Hi guys, welcome to the Fleetwood Town preview as I'm about to preview the match between the Mariners and the Cod Army of Fleetwood Town. This is the very first match on the League Two calendar for the Mariners. It's against, like I said, newly relegated opposition, who, small club as Fleetwood are. This should be where all the excitement starts to build up and all the expectations start to really magnify for all clubs and hopes and aspirations of what we're going to do. So, as I've done in the past, I'm going to take you through little, facts and figures, some about our opponents, some about us. Obviously, we've had the news about a recent signing, but I'm going to take you through. I will use Soccer Punter as well, which is usually where I get most of my facts and my figures from. And I'll also take you through the opposing Fleetwood's pre-season results, as we already know as. I'll take you through how they've done over pre-season, all in a build-up for this League Two opener for the Mariners. And at the end of the video, of course, I will give you my my result and what I think will happen in the game and what the score will be. So let's crack on. First, we'll go over and we'll give you some stats about the game and generally the form overall in the last 5 games. Overall, last 5 competitive games for both teams is 2 wins for Grimsby, 2 defeats and a draw. Fleetwood have gone 2 draws, 2 wins and a defeat. So slightly better form for Fleetwood going into this. Obviously, it'll be taking place at Highbury Stadium in Fleetwood. Takes place on Saturday. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff. And this is the first time, believe it or not, that we've actually played Fleetwood in the Football League. We have played Fleetwood in friendlies and we have played them in the National League, so in non-league football, but we've never played them at Football League level. So this is a first for us in that, and it's not very good reading for the Mariners, in fact. To this. The Mariners have played Fleetwood Town 5 times and lost 5 times to basically a score ratio of 10-2 in Fleetwood's favour. Yikes! That'll, I'm sure, make a lot of Fleetwood fans quietly confident. We've only played them competitively 4 times, and they were way back in 2010, 2011 and the 2011-12 season. So our first season in the National League, and Fleetwood won in 2011-12. They won that next season, so and we haven't played them competitively since. But the results were as follows. The first time we played Fleetwood was September the 18th of 2010. And it ended up with a 2-1 win for Fleetwood at Blundell Park. 1-0 was the halftime score. 2-1 in general. And Fleetwood, I remember the return that season. They battered us 3-0. Well and truly, shall we say, they battered our haddock. Did the Cod Army on that occasion. Going into the following season, again Fleetwood did the double again, beating us on, I believe it was the first game of that season. I believe that was a Jamie Vardy penalty, I believe. In 2011, it was a 2-0 win for Fleetwood at Blundell Park. Then they did the return 2-1 in March of 2012. And in that one, though, we were 1-0 up at half time, but we weren't able to see it out. And the only other time that we played Fleetwood Town was a friendly in 2023 in July. It was last July, and Fleetwood came out with a 1-0 win. So, if you look at that in overall circumstances, it's Fleetwood should and probably will feel fairly confident about coming up against us because obviously never tasted defeat. So, but the way I look at it is, I think, it's been a long time since we played them competitively. We haven't played them competitively in 12 years. I think we're in a far better place there, but it does show you that, it can play a factor in it. In regards to if you do fancy flutter on this game, certain places you can get Fleetwood obviously being favourites at 9-10, and the draw is 13-5, and the Mariners to win. Shall we call it the fishing derby? 14-5 the Mariners are for a win on the opening day of the season. Not many stats to really go on, but what we will do is I'll just quickly take you through Fleetwood's pre-season. They did start their pre-season as we did with Grimsby Town, got a 2-0 win. Fleetwood got a 2-0 win against Bamber Bridge. They've also had a 2-2 draw with St Mirren. They've drew 1-1 with Rochdale. They've beaten Hearts 3-0 in their last home pre-season friendly before losing to Wrexham last weekend at, I believe it was at the Racecourse Grounds. So that has been Fleetwood's pre-season. It's very, very similar to ours. Obviously one defeat less than we had, but there we go. I'll take you through some of the signings that they have made, I believe. And they've signed two centre midfielders. They've signed Matty Virtue, that's a good player from Blackpool, on a free transfer. They've signed Elliot Bond, Zach Madeley from Ostend on a free transfer. Also James Bolton from St Mirren, Mackenzie Hunt, Luke Hewitson, Toby Oliver, Dannon Francis, and Mark Helm from Everton, Liverpool, Blackpool, and Burton Albion, respectively. They have lost some big players such as Jaden Stockley and Kyle Hayes and Farrell Brown and Junior Guintima. So you can see that Fleetwood, as I said before, are managed by a former legend who we went for, Mr. Charlie Adam, like I said one time when he was a player. And so, they're kind of, I think that they're being cautious with the signings they have made. Only about 9 signings Fleetwood have made. So, obviously, everyone's going to have a belief at the beginning of the season. Fleetwood will be no different. In regards to us, obviously, we've just had that big boost that has happened recently. Is Jordan Davis has signed for the Mariners, which has really given everybody a boost at the Mariners. And now, like I said in a previous video, I know people can just relax a little bit and let Artel do his business over the remainder of the window. I think we brought some intriguing signings in. Nothing to really wow people before Jordan, but I think we've made some intriguing signings, and be interesting to see how we do. Obviously, our pre-season has been a solid one without being, amazing. David Artell did have his pre-match press conference, and people are getting closer. Obviously, Jordan, if he gets his clearance in time, will be involved. Obviously, the young lad from Brighton, Mr. Barrington, he will hopefully be involved as well. And it's shaping up to be an interesting battle between the two sides, I have to say. Two managers that like to play football, like to be creative with the ball, and obviously us having signed Jordan Davis now, having a little bit of creativity in the middle, some more creativity, and also a goal-scoring midfielder, which, attacking midfielder can play an 8 and 6, but I think he might be looking for a number 6 still. But like I said, with our pre-season being 3, 2 and 2, I believe, was our pre-season build-up. But I think it's one of these games now, guys, that I think we have to look at us, and Danny Rose looks like he's getting closer. So Artell said in his post-match, in his pre-match, not post-match, in his pre-match, and he's getting closer each time. Will he be involved at the weekend? I think he might be involved. I don't know whether he'll start. As far as I'm, obviously everyone's still got the questions over Donovan Wilson. Will he be here by the end of the window? Will he not? At the moment, I've got a feeling that if Rosie isn't ready to start, then Donovan may start up front. Probably with Vernon down one side and Barrington the other, and maybe if Jordan does get his paperwork through in time, possibly maybe just in behind that. It might be a little bit of a just a jiggle around a little bit. Obviously, if Danny Rose is fit, then and ready to start, I'm sure he will. But if he starts, he won't see the game out. That is without doubt. But people are getting closer. Doug Darm is getting closer. Again, he might be about 2, possibly 3 weeks away. Apparently, Curtis Thompson's injury said it'll be around about 3-month period. According to Artell, it has come down a little bit. Not a lot, but he probably may come back a little bit sooner. And as David Artell put it, if it was down to Curtis, he'll be back as soon as he possibly can be. But obviously with an injury like that, you've got to be sort of wary of any sort of reoccurrence. But we do wish Curtis well, and the sooner we can kind of get Curtis back on the pitch and around the lads, the better. So I've got a feeling Callum Ainley might start. I think for us on Saturday, I'd love to see Callum start, because, like I said, there's something about that lad that I'm really, really impressed with. And now with Jordan's addition, Our midfield is starting to look a little bit stronger. We need probably another player or two in there, just to be sure. Obviously, we've got Svan Thorsen as well, which, it's starting to embody more of an overall squad. Still missing, I think, 2 or 3 Artel really wants. We're still missing another out-and-out striker, I think. That is one thing that we are missing. But obviously everything looks a lot more confident as we get closer to kick-off in League 2. Now, if you did see my League 2 week 1 prediction, you'll know I put a vague score prediction out. If you didn't, do go and check that video out. In fact, I'll put a link in the description below for you to go and watch that video. And if you see the video, you might notice that my prediction may change. My prediction for the game here is... no, it's not actually going to change. No, I am going to go for a Mariners away win. It might change in scoreline, but I'm going to try and start the season off positive because I think the fans want to be, and you kind of want Fleetwood to start with a little bit of a relegation hangover. Although, like I said, they have had a good pre-season. I'm going to say I'm going to go for a narrow 1-0 win for the Mariners, I think. Goal scorer, I'm not going to stick my neck out for that yet, but I think a narrow win and anything. I'll take a draw if we did get it, but I want us obviously to, like everybody will want, to start off the season with a win. But I'm saying 1-0 to the Mariners. That was the same score I actually did in the I believe it was in the match day. So do you know what? No, I'm going to be 1-0. No, I'll say 2-0. I'll be ultra positive. Why not? Watch it end up being a 0-0 now. I've said that. But I will leave the video in the description in regards to the match day 1 predictions overall. But I'm saying 2-0 to the Mariners. I'm not picking the goal scorers out right now because I think it's too early to tell. But I would like to see Jordan. Do you know what? Yes, I will. I think I'll go. If he plays, I'll go Jordan to score on his debut, depending if he gets cleared in time. If not, we'll go for people that we know are already there. I'm going to go for Callum Ainley to get a goal, and if he starts, that is, and Svan Thorsen, I think, will score on his debut as well. So let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think the Mariners are going to start off with a win? Would you take a draw if we end up getting a draw? Do let me know in those comments down below. And well, we're just about ready for kick-off here. Takes place on Saturday. Can't believe actually it's been 3 months since competitive football has taken place for Grimsby. So, like I said, our hopes are high. Mine are kind of balanced. Like I said, if you've seen my predictions, you'll know I've put us below halfway, and I'm quite fair with that. So, obviously, as we all do, we all hope for more. Let me know what your prediction is for the game. Do you think the Mariners will start with a win? Do you think we'll get a draw? I hope we don't lose. I don't think we will. But I think it's going to be a I think all games at the start are probably going to be a bit cagey. I can see this game being cagey. But who do you think will score? And do you think Jordan Davis will make his debut? Or I think Danny Rose will start. I think Danny Rose will be involved. I don't know whether he'll start, but I'm going to leave it now down to you guys. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen. Fleetwood versus Grimsby. It is, well, it is the old Fisher Co, isn't it, really? It's the Cods against the Haddocks, shall we say. And can we get our first ever win against Fleetwood Town? We'll find out Saturday. I will be at Fleetwood. I think we're joined by nearly 1,000 fans are going to be in Fleetwood, which will be an absolutely amazing amount of fans going for an opening day. So if you are going, you do see me, come and say hello, and let's talk about our hopes and aspirations for the game, eh? And it'll be a pleasure to see some of you. It's been great to see a few of you over pre-season as well. So let's get the season started. Let me know down below what you think. If you did like this ramble, which I love giving you guys, do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, hit that bell button. That'll let you know when I upload some new content and my review of the game, which will come on Sunday. But if you are going, safe travels. Let's enjoy the game. If you're not, it is going to be on Sky Sports Plus. If you do have that, so if you can't make the game, it will be available through Sky Sports. So you won't miss the game. That's one good thing right now. But let me know what you think down below. And do all the good stuff, like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And I will, if I don't see some of you guys at Fleetwood, I will see you in the review video. In the meantime, guys, up the manners. And can you believe it? Football is back. I'll see you guys soon. Up the manners. Oh, yes. Ta-da, guys. See you soon.